Hi, I'm Martin Kaplan, director of the Norman Lear Center. I'm here at Robert Greenwald's Brave New Studios with David Bollier, who's the author of a new book called Viral Spiral: How the Commoners Built a Digital Republic of Their Own. Hi, David.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So what's the difference between a commons and a marketplace?
Well, a commons is an increasingly popular way of creating valuable things, mostly on the internet, where a community of shared interests gets together, builds a resource, shares it, copies it, distributes it, and does so often much more efficiently than, say, a marketplace. So it's a different way of creating value on the internet.
What's the difference between the value that the marketplace creates, that's money, and the value created in the commons?
Well, on the internet, there's you might call it a new breed of wealth. It can't necessarily be turned into money. It's a shared resource. You can't necessarily divide it up and say this is yours and this is mine. So it's things like Wikipedia, this vast shared resource of a reference guide. It's like open source software and free software, which hundreds, sometimes thousands of people collaborate on. It's like the 75 million shared photos on Flickr, the photo sharing site. You have literally hundreds of different commonses on the internet where people are sharing these resources and in many cases outperforming the market in producing valuable things.
And what does the market think about that commons?
Well, there's the enlightened business people who say this is a great way to grow a different type of business on an open platform and let other people do the heavy lifting, creating their own content. And then there's what might be called the retrograde businessmen who are threatened and want to shut it down because they see it as a source of competition. And I think we're kind of caught in this interregnum, this transition zone between those who want to resist and stave off the future and those who are embracing it and trying to innovate with it.
Are you a betting person?
I think that there are many opportunities there, and it's the technology and the economics are making this new breed of media inevitable.
Does old media have to die to make way for new media?
Well, old media needs to find out their so-called migration strategy. How are they going to move from a system where they have enormous centralized fixed costs in lawyers, in advertising, in capital plant, to a system that is far more nimble, lightweight, decentralized? They have to figure out how they can move to this new arena, or at the very least try to keep covering the costs of their expensive centralized media apparatus.
Well, on their behalf, here's hoping.